Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Peter Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Hope your weekend is going absolutely splendid. Had a really great day yesterday. Got to spend time with Drew, elevator rides, etc. Then last week did some pool time, got a little sun. Last night, Erica and I went to dinner at Rufino's. Spectacular as always. They treat us so good over there. It's such a great place to go and, just celebrate, whatever, as they say, celebrate life. Whatever it is you're celebrating, or just have a great meal. And so we really enjoyed that. And then came home and I watched the UFC fights. So I was watching some of the undercard before we left, and then they had the fights on there in the restaurant at Rufino. So I kind of keeping an eye on it a little bit, and then bought the pay-per-view. And say it all the time, man. So seldom does the action actually live up to the hype. And unfortunately, last night was another example of that. Conor McGregor broke his ankle on a leg kick early in round one. We didn't actually see it until he stepped back with about 5 seconds to go in the round, but that's why he tried to go for a guillotine and take it to the mat, which Conor never does. We should have known at that point, but Poirier even pointed to it when he did it, when they showed it later. So super excited for Dustin Poirier, Lafayette guy. If there's a Louisiana guy fighting, I always cheer for him. So it was definitely pulling for Poirier. I was glad to see he won the fight. Hated to see how it went down. So that's a bummer. I'd almost rather you get beaten instead of have something like that happen with shades of, Anderson Silva and then Chris Weidman. And anyway, it was an ugly break. So, Conor, we'll see if he's done. 32 years old, he's got other ambitions. That's going to be a lengthy comeback. And even if he does, is he in a position where he's going to ascend the ranks again in the division? So that was a bummer. But LSU football did land a commitment from Fitzgerald West out of Lafayette Christian. Fitzgerald West he's a defensive lineman, but apparently when he went to LSU's camp, they asked him to take reps at center, and he was open to switching over to offensive line. And so they saw him take reps at center, and they offered him, and he committed. So committed yesterday. So, he's not a highly rated defensive lineman. Number 107 defensive lineman in the country, the 41st best player in Louisiana. So you're not talking about a super highly rated prospect in the sense of not a high 4-star or 5-star or anything like that. As a matter of fact, he's probably the lowest rated prospect, the second lowest rated prospect behind the place kicker, which doesn't have a rating. But among players that are rated, he's the lowest. So he's a 3-star. But Bo Bordelon is another 3-star offensive lineman that they took out of Newman. And I guess that makes sense, right? He's Ben Bordelon's son. He's got a big frame, 6'5", that you hope he can grow into. And maybe, just maybe, you're recruiting a lot of guys from Newman, hoping that Arch Manning may want to come play with his boys. But anyway, so, it's pretty obvious LSU's got to load up on linemen in this class because you're probably losing your entire starting offensive line after this season. So, Dare is obviously already gone. You're losing Ed Ingram, you're losing Deculus, Shanahan and Hines. You're going to lose your offensive line this year. So you better load up on offensive linemen. Okay, let's say some good mornings. See what y'all got. You know the drill. Fire away. Anything about anything, just holler. Joey Vincent, good morning. Trivia Carter, good morning. By the way, if you're on YouTube there, please smash the like. I guess I am a YouTuber now. We got the YouTube channel. I'm posting content every day. I guess I just have to embrace it and call myself a YouTuber. So I have to do what the YouTubers do and say, smash the like. So smash the like button. Cliff Nelson, good morning, Kelly. My boy Cliff. Good morning, Grand Marshal. Connor O'Neill, good morning. Poirier got lucky. Don't add me. That's funny. I mean, here's the thing. So, like, watching the fight real time, I didn't notice Connor break his ankle. So, for those that don't know, if you're not into MMA, I'll just kind of explain briefly because I don't want to bore you. But leg kicks are a strategy where you're basically trying to weaken your opponent's stance, and the objective is to use your shin to kick muscles. So like if you're going for like the thigh or for the if you do a front leg kick, you want to get like the calf. You're trying to chop down their leg. Well, we've seen guys get injured like when people check a leg kick, so like to lift the front leg, and so it's like bone on bone, and sometimes you'll see a bone snaps. Otherwise, it's almost like hitting someone with a baseball bat. That's the effectiveness of a leg kick. Well, Connor missed. He was going above the knee, and he didn't get his shin on the thigh. He kicked Poirier's thigh with his foot, and you could see. And so instead of like this, it was like this, and so his ankle broke right there. And Poirier is doing this, and even went, and you could see, like they showed it later. He pointed like, "Oh, you just did that, didn't you?" He said afterwards he heard it. He heard it break. So, but we didn't know that. Well, immediately after, Connor didn't wince or anything. Tough dude. Well, immediately after that, Connor goes for a guillotine. So if you don't know what the guillotine is, like when you put someone's head here and you're putting torque on the neck and trying to choke him out. Well, that ain't Connor. Like in his entire career, Connor has one submission. It was like 10 years ago in some promotion you never heard of. So that actually should have really been a telltale. And Poirier's much better on the ground, so he got out of the guillotine attempt and then just did work from the top for the rest of the round. So, I mean, Poirier was winning the fight, but Connor put himself on his back because he broke his foot. So it wasn't. So when Connor O'Neill says Poirier got lucky, I'm not gonna say Poirier got lucky, but I mean he was favored to win. He was favored to win the fight, but that was. It would have been very. The fight they fought in January where Poirier just went through Connor. This was a very different circumstance. That sucks. It sucks. I mean, it wasn't anything that any of us expected. Kenneth Martin, good morning, Matthew. What SEC coaches do you think are on the hot seat for this season? All of them? It's SEC. No, it's a cheap answer. I don't know, man. You have so much coaching turnover this year. I mean, Ogeron's probably the one that's got the most to prove. I know as silly as it sounds to some, they don't want to hear it, but Auburn, South Carolina, Vandy, Tennessee. Who am I missing? That have new coaches. I'm missing one that has new coach. Anyway, the schools with new coaches, no worries. Mullen and Jimbo are fine, and Saban's obviously fine. I think Stoops got an extension. He's fine. Kirby's fine. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean it's coming off a 5-5 season with all of the stuff going on away from the field as well. It's I mean it's who needs the really good season. Let's see. David Hawes, good morning. Christopher Merrill, good morning. Hey, Kelly Gross, John Bro, Brian and Annie Penton, good morning. Good morning from Cleveland. Coach O killing it in recruiting. That's the one yesterday with Fitzgerald West. You wonder. Again, I've told you before. Like someone asked me yesterday what Fitzgerald West was going to do. I had no idea. I mean, I just don't follow recruiting. But whenever you, I mean, I know what I need to know, sort of thing. But it's interesting, when you take a leap on a guy, but sometimes you trust their evaluation. So let's see, I mean, that was a guy that picked LSU basically over Tulane and SMU. I mean, I think they listed Bama as well. I don't know if he had a committable offer to Bama, but anyway. Brian and Annie Penton, James Tyrone, good morning. Father John David III, morning, good, happy Lord's Day. So happy to see McGregor lose. Rough way to do it. But if it had to happen, couldn't happen to a better loudmouth. Man, the thing is, though, seriously, I guess I've watched Conor for so long now. He is the greatest showman the sport has ever seen. I mean, there's a reason people come to watch his fights, because he's a showman and he puts on a show. So it's always interesting how you can see guys with the build up to a fight and then immediately after a fight be respectful toward each other. That didn't happen yesterday, but I wonder how much of that is still just the show. But anyway. Brandon, I really thought McGregor would win, but to have it stop because of something like that makes me glad I didn't order it. Yeah. Yeah. Lenny Moss, good morning, everyone. And Conor pencil legs McGregor. Nah, bro, that ain't it. Craig Dugas, told y'all LSU's a basketball school, even Conor had to boot up. Oh, man. Dude, the craziest part is, so Conor breaks his ankle, and Joe Rogan, after the fight, goes into the octagon to do the octagon interviews. So he interviews Poirier, and then he goes and interviews McGregor. Conor's sitting there on the ground with the doctors like putting his leg in a splint and all, and Rogan just sits right next to him back against the cage. That's brutal, man. Oh, man. Headed to Harahan to deliver chicken, then headed home. There you go, Brian. Y'all be safe today, man. Shelby Kelly, Sugar Sean is a monster. Yeah, man. He is super fun to watch. He's an Irishman who was the first fight of the main card. Won via stoppage. Troy Abear, it's ridiculous how expensive it is to watch UFC. Mostly that was Conor. I think they get a bump when it's Conor. But yeah, man. It's actually ridiculous how expensive everything is. But everyone that's super pumped about stimulus checks, that's what happens. Whenever you just flood more money into the economy, inflation happens. So yeah, they gave you money, but they devalued your purchasing power. Stephen Miller, good morning. Note to kids, play more than one position, be flexible. That's true. That's very true, man. I mean, that's what got Fitzgerald West's offer. He's right. I mean, they went to him and asked, hey, he was D lineman, and went to him and said, you willing to play offensive line? Went over there, took snaps at center, and they liked him. And so it's like, all right, if you got Charles Turner, queued up after Liam Shanahan, and then this could be your next guy, okay. If you feel like he can develop. Saw that with Cushenberry. He became an NFL draft pick and a starter as a rookie. So maybe they're thinking same trajectory, which would be really cool. I'd love to see it for an in-state kid. That's great, man. Kid from Lafayette had wanted an LSU offer, got it, and committed. I love it. Rick Kelly, good morning. Lawrence Burley, good morning. James Tyrone Broadmoor, hi. Samuel Merrifield, Minnow in serious shape, sad if true. Jeff McKiffin, good morning. Kelly Presley, good morning. Leo Williams, Richie Burke, McGregor got what's coming. Don't feel bad for Conor. He got what he wanted, a payday, excuse to lose and exit the sport. Yeah, Richie, I don't think he's going to be done, man. And I don't think he wanted an excuse to exit the sport. Like, it's not exactly what competitors in that sport want, man. But the thing that's really, and you just see it so much, man. It rarely ends on a high note for dudes in this sport. Everybody's day comes, and it usually comes when you're not expecting it. Like, look at Anderson Silva. Right? Anderson Silva is the most dominant champion the sport's ever seen, and Chris Weidman was 10-0. Was a young fighter. But Silva was messing around, had his guard down, and Weidman caught him and just sleeped him, and that's how it ended for Anderson. And they booked the rematch, and they come back, and then Anderson breaks his leg. And it was never the same since. I said, bro, you just can't fight anymore. It's done. Like, it's over. Look at Ronda Rousey, man. Nobody could touch Ronda Rousey. And then, I mean, she was the most dominant female when they launched the female division. Nobody could. It was all like she was all over SportsCenter. She was marketable. It was Ronda. And then Holly Holm kicked her in the face, knocked her out, and Ronda was never competitive again. Happens to all of them, man. It happens to everyone in that sport. And don't get it twisted, man. Conor McGregor is one of the greatest strikers that division's ever seen. That man held belts in 2 different weight classes. I mean, he's a dude. There ain't no doubt, bro. I mean, he's one of the all-time greats. And that was part of his appeal is he could back up all of his talk because he was dominant. I mean, freaking knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds to win a title. I mean, he was great. It's just everybody's day comes, man. His day is here. Eric Hart, good morning. LSU Terrell Wow, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning. Dad, tell Alicia to check her phone, please. Richie Burt, maybe Brock should sponsor Poirier with him breaking people's bones and sending them business. Michael Cook, good morning. AJ Holland, what's Calicut Econ 101? Hey, bro, it's true. Oh, Mingo. Okay, I didn't know what you... All right, Samuel, that makes more sense. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw, man. Barkevius Mingo got arrested. Don't just read the headline, though. Read the whole story. It sounds like it's a statutory deal where he had a relationship with someone under 18. So it's one of those things where, like, dude, even if it's consensual, it's like, come on, bro. He could face 20 years in prison. Shelby, and again, that's just, I'm reading the story. They didn't go into any great detail about it in the story I read at ESPN.com. But Shelby Kelly, Conor lost his edge. The trash talk was forced and felt like he was grasping at straws to try to get Dustin's head. This particular time, Poirier is the better fighter. McGregor knows it. Poirier's better, for sure. I don't think there's any doubt. But the point is also, like, you can't be... I talked about this yesterday, man. You cannot dabble in MMA. There are so many disciplines within the sport, and you have to be not only proficient, but elite at all of them, or you will get embarrassed in this sport. Like, you can't fight 3 times in 5 years and then just jump back in with the best in the division. Like, you can't just be a top 5 guy whenever you feel like it. I mean, it's got to be the thing you do, and that's been Conor's problem. Like, if he wholly recommitted himself to nothing but being an elite mixed martial artist again, I don't know that he could win a title again. But I think he could, like, by the way, Poirier's not going to beat Charles Oliveira. I mean, I hate to tell you that. Like, and I'd love to see him he'll get a title shot, but he ain't winning that fight. I mean, so Conor ain't getting back to the top of this division, but could he be an elite mixed martial artist again? Top 5 guy? Yeah, absolutely. If he committed himself to being it, but I don't think he will. Let's see. Conor O'Neill, on another note, Garrett Cole was dealing last night. Boy, Yankees need some wins, man. Cliff, thoughts on Miles Brennan being ranked number 10 on a top 10 quarterback list of SEC quarterbacks by USA Today? A list? A list? Oh, that sounds like a good opportunity for feigned indignance from Sports Talk Radio guy about random summertime list. Cliff, I don't care. Whatever. Johnny Manziel won the Heisman in 2012. He wasn't even at SEC Media Days. Like, they were supposed to start some other kid that year. I don't care. I don't Murder Giraffe, good morning. Merrick Mathern, good morning. Spurge, hate that Connor got hurt, but you can agree with Poirier's comment. Karma's a bitch. Isn't a bitch, it's a mirror. Hey, man. But at the same time, if I could, Dustin Poirier made a lot of money on his last 2 fights because Connor is outspoken. Okay? So, like, you can say what you want, but when you cash that check, remember you're cashing that massive check because that's Conor McGregor. Let's see. Merrick, like button smash. Thank you. Smash the like. Smash the like. 30 likes over there, 48 watching on YouTube. Thank you all very much, as always. Patrick Kimmery, Matt, did you say if Connor could stay on his feet, he would win? Hard to do that with a broken leg. I understand your point, but I don't know if you're actually being serious. The tough part, so like the really tough part is whenever I'm just reading these comments, I understand that a lot of people come to MMA when Connor's fighting and don't really watch the sport a ton. That's not disrespectful anyway. I wish more people would. Like, I'd welcome anybody to come in. Hey, bud! But, like, if you watch the fight, like, after Connor broke his foot or his ankle, he went straight for the guillotine. And it's like, that's not his game at all. So, if you're saying, yeah, well, Dustin beat him up for 5 minutes, he did, but that's because Connor broke his ankle and voluntarily brought the fight to the mat where he was at a noted disadvantage because he couldn't stand on a broken ankle. Anyway. Garrett Height. Morning, Matt. Will a 9-3 season get canned? No. The only way, if he's 9-3, the only way he gets canned is because all the off-the-field stuff. I think he knows he's got to win 9 games this year. Irfan Sayad, good morning. Connor O'Neill. There are different degrees of 9-3. Losses, though. Yeah. Dave Vinder, good morning. Name your top 5 in the MLB draft tonight. I don't know. I can't pretend to know what the high school shortstop out of California is. You know what I mean? But I am interested to see, how high Ben Kundra goes. It's the LSU pitcher, throws 100. I assume he's going to go first round or sort of in the in those competitive balance round, A or whatever. Like he'll be a top 40 guy and probably sign, but we'll see. Trey Haydet, morning, 1,000 thoughts on Coach O's comments on quarterbacks. Said everyone in the locker room knows who the best players. I didn't see those comments. Please link them to me. Tim Gotro, good morning. Patrick Kimmery, Matt's getting political this morning. I get political this morning. That's economics. If you print money, it's going to devalue the dollar. That's what's happening in our country. That's why you're seeing inflation. That's why the cost of goods is skyrocketing. Talk to any restaurant owner. Talk to anybody about the cost. Like I was talking to Steve Levy, the owner of Pluckers. The cost of chicken is ridiculous right now. It's inflation. I mean, that's what happens. You can't print money and not expect the value of the dollar to decrease. Let's see. Thoughts on garlic parm being ranked the 5th best sauce at Pluckers' top 5 list of sauces. Well done. It's an outrage, I tell you. A total outrage. 82 Atlantic. Connor has become Ronda Rousey. He'll end up in the WWE next. Connor had a much better career than did Ronda Rousey. Much longer career. He's a much more well-rounded fighter than Ronda Rousey. But if you're just talking about the showman, yeah, I mean, that's what sells fights. Let's see. Tim Gotro, been following Poirier since the Fighterville documentary. He was featured a few years back. Glad he's finally getting his shot at gold. He's a good dude, deserves it. I'm with that, dude. I'll be pulling for him. I don't think he's beating Charles Oliveira. Let's see. I read a while back the reason for pay-per-views with boxing UFC is because they can't sell commercials like NFL, NBA, since the breaks in between fights are so short. Breaks between fight rounds are so short. Well, they do. I mean, keep in mind they do air MMA on cable television. Like the undercard for this fight was on ESPN. I mean, it's on pay-per-view because you can generate so much more money on pay-per-view. Trivia: John Jones, greatest fighter in UFC history. Only person beating him is himself. I agree with that. But the problem is, trivia, as fans of the sport, we're all cheated out of his career because he's a knucklehead. Like, the fact that the last 7 years of John Jones's career didn't include 14 fights, and the most dominant run in UFC history, it sucks. I mean, he is the most dominant fighter this sport has ever seen. But he's got major personal issues, I mean, he had the no contest with Daniel Cormier, and his only loss was to Matt Hamill due to illegal elbows back in 2009. I mean, he is the most dominant fighter ever. I mean, he has put down everyone they put in front of him. But he hasn't fought since February of 2020. When he fought Reyes, that was in Houston, I was there. And he fought Thiago Santos in July of 2019 in Vegas, I was there, which is really awesome. But man, Anthony Smith, Gustafsson, Oven St. Pro, Cormier, Glover, Gustafsson the first time, that was back in 2013. I mean, Belfort, Rashad, Machida, Rampage, Shogun, Bader, Matyushenko, Vera. I mean, he just absolutely dump trucked this sport. It sucks, man. It sucks. So we have seen John Jones fight. And sorry for those who don't really care about MMA. Let's see. So basically, he fought, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in 7.5 years, he has fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's fought 8 times in 7.5 years. I mean, the only year where he's fought multiple times is 2019. He fought in March and then in July. It's a bummer. Anyway. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Need a roof? Call Hudco. HudcoRoofing.com. HudcoRoofing.com. Let's see. Brian, see the band is not going to the Rose Bowl. I did see that. Bummer for those guys, for sure. Lance Richard, the only way the fight last night would have been better was if the round was about 30 seconds longer and Dustin would have knocked him out. You could see the ref was ready to step in. Dustin was pounding him. Troy Abear, getting closer and closer to the Saints and Tigers football. I'm ready for some football. I am too. Almost here, man. Brad Vicknair, I missed the detail, but what's up with Mike D not on AFR? Yeah, man, so Mike D took a job, took a radio job, and he'll be doing daily radio on another station. So he can't do AFR anymore. So love Mike D, man. Totally understand. Grateful for his time all the years, man. I've spent more time on air with Mike D than anybody. I mean, an hour per week for 11 and a half years. I mean, the only person close would be Terrio. He spent that much time with me on air. So, yeah, man, I'm super grateful for Mike. Bummed for our audience, bummed personally that he won't be able to come on anymore. But hopefully our paths professionally cross again. Brian Madare, born and Matt, LSU adds another 3-star offensive lineman for the class of 22. Just to note, Bama sources reporting West's offer was a conditional offer. Yeah, so I don't know. Basically, not all offers are committable offers. And maybe that's what was happening with Bama. But again, he was listed, as I understand it, as a defensive lineman, and they had him work out on the offensive line at camp and offered him as an offensive lineman. So, Look, I mean, here's the bottom line, Brian. If you think that's a guy, if they work that guy out and they think he can develop on the offensive line, great. Hey, babe. Good morning. You want to do Ask E-Rock today? It's been a while. And Trivia's here. We got some Ask E-Rocks already. Stephen Schneider, Fook, Connor. Well, the fact that everybody has an opinion about Connor is also why Connor sells fights. Oh, yes, I did. Wow. That's so good, actually. Craig Dugas said the highlight in the post fight interview when Dustin was in the ring and the Connor fans were booing. He said to all y'all booing, you can kiss my whole bottom side. Yes, it was really good. All right, I'm gonna get to you. I see some Ask E-Rocks there. Andrew Brister had Greg Hardy got knocked out. I thought that was so he dropped for sure. When he took that left, I mean he ate that left, but I thought he was stunned. I thought he blacked out momentarily, but it looked like he was coming to. I wish they would have given him, because the whole thing is, can you intelligently defend yourself? Can you intelligently defend yourself? And obviously not being like right on top of it, you don't know, but I mean, it was probably a good stoppage, but it was like, it was an eager stoppage too. I understand you got to protect the fighter, but it was probably a good stoppage. Yeah, it was a good stoppage. Because if you don't jump in there and he is out and he continues to eat punches while unconscious, then you're crushing the ref. So I kind of get it. Craig Duke, Matt, have you ever chugged a beer from a stranger's shoe? I'll bet Musso has. I have not chugged a beer from a stranger's shoe. That's a gimmick for one of the fighters, by the way, for those who don't know. And it was kind of gross, actually. Connor's putting on an act as a heel. It's a big part of it. But he's also got his supporters. Selling fights, man. Let's see. Where are we? Connor, I don't think I've ever heard my name this much on morning show. Oh, because of all the Connor, because of all the McGregor. Got it. Let's see. Yeah, Trey Haydet, having trouble linking the article. Trey, text it to me or email it to me. William Kimbrough, morning, Matt from Denver, heading back home from Mount Rushmore. All right. I went to actually, I did not go to Mount Rushmore. In 2002, summer of 2002 is when I did sales up in Minnesota. And I learned that, and we worked 6 days a week from 7:59 in the morning to like 8 to like 9 o'clock at night, door-to-door book sales. And at the end of the summer, I learned that everyone in our group from LSU, like everybody had their territory, you went and sold by yourself, but that everyone in our group took a day and drove to Mount Rushmore. It's like 5 hours from where we were. And that like literally everybody that summer took a day and drove to Mount Rushmore. I was the only one that didn't. How crazy is that? It's like, man, I gotta work. Merrick Bethune, I'm gonna miss Mike D stories. Me too, man. Patrick, Matt, what's your Mount Rushmore? What is your Mount Rushmore of Mount Rushmore lists? Well done. The joke is lazy sports talk radio guy does the Mount Rushmore topic. Who's on the Mount Rushmore of fill in the blank? It's a lazy sports talk radio guy take it. So he's saying who's on your Mount Rushmore of the Mount Rushmore lists. Glenn Laurie, good morning. Murder Giraffe. McGregor would be a fantastic WWE wrestler. Good morning, Murder Giraffe. Murder Giraffe. Murder Giraffe? Murder Giraffe.
Why did you say that? Did you want me to say that his name is so mean?
His name is so mean. Pull up a chair, Erica. Come on, let's do Ask E-Rock.
Oh, right now?
Trivia's ready. Trivia's fire. We got the Ask E-Rock questions already. I've been going for 36 minutes already here. All right, y'all, do me a favor if you're there on YouTube, smash the like. Smash the like button. Smash the like. That's what people say. Smash the like button. If you're on mobile, you know what to do. You X out of the live chat. The video is not going to go away. You're not going to miss anything. You just X out of the live chat, and then you'll see the option to hit the thumbs up. Do that. And then just hit live chat, and then boom, we're right back there. And if you're on Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Where are we? Getting some Ask E-Rocks. Craig, Tyson and Mayweather always said the key to success: 1, sell the fight; 2, train for the fight. That's it. Connor's an expert in selling the fight. He is. LSU's new volunteer hitting coach Todd Peterson.
Oh, true.
What?
You dropped in the video from some job.
So let's see. Trying to see the most. When was this? Let's see. Highest pay-per-view buys in UFC history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
These balloons are
The top 5 are all McGregor.
They're all fully inflated.
6 of the top 7.
Wow.
7 of the top 9. 7 of the top 9 UFC pay-per-view buys in history are involved McGregor.
Am I near a camera?
No, you're nowhere near. Okay, E-Rock's here, everybody. Time for a little Ask E-Rock. So fire away with your questions. For those that are new and maybe don't know, Erica is my wife. She does not ever want to be on camera. And we ask her questions. We call it Ask E-Rock. That's her nickname, E-Rock. Jordy Collada gave her that nickname, I don't know, long time ago. Okay, Richie Burt.
Hi.
Ask E-Rock. Who is the better entertainer, Hugh Jackman or Conor McGregor? 1 N in Conor, by the way.
I don't know who Hugh Jackman is.
Hugh Jackman. He was in. He's a movie guy.
How are we comparing those two people?
I don't know.
Oh, see, like that British guy?
I think Hugh Jackman is Australian.
Yeah, his accent. Him.
You like him better than Conor?
Conor is very scary. I don't like him at all.
Ask E-Rock. Who's the better Hamill, Mark Hamill or Matt Hamill?
Do these people know I have no idea who they're talking about?
So Mark Hamill was Luke Skywalker. The actor played Luke Skywalker.
Oh, I do not like Star Wars.
Matt Hamill was a UFC fighter.
I don't like Star Wars, so I'll go with Matt.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think Matt Hamill is actually deaf.
Really?
Yeah, he's a UFC fighter. He's deaf. I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time since Matt Hamill fought, and he's 44 now.
Ooh, Rich Franklin's so hot.
Matt Hamill.
What's Rich Franklin doing?
Yeah, Matt Hamill's deaf.
What's Rich Franklin doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's so hot.
Wasn't he a teacher in Chicago before he started fighting?
A math teacher.
A math teacher?
Oh, she was my math teacher.
Oh, God.
He's so hot.
AJ Holland. Oh, Richie Burt said Hugh Jackman was in The Greatest Showman.
I never saw it.
Yeah, well, that's Ask E-Rock. What's your title going to be for LSU postgame show? Whiskey and
Moscato.
Whiskey and Moscato. Are you going to be on the postgame show?
Whiskey and
with
Baileys.
me? Whiskey and Bailey. Whiskey and Bailey's on the rocks. Trivia Carter.
Lots of rocks. Yes.
Trivia Carter.
Oh, hey, Trivia. Good morning.
Ask E-Rock, best Terminator film.
Okay. I thought you people knew me. You think I've seen any of that?
You haven't seen any of the Terminator? Oh, Eric. We're going to watch, you and me, we're going to watch T2. Yeah, we are.
Terminator. No, I don't watch that kind of stuff.
We're watching T2. What are you doing over there?
Decorations, man.
Oh, she's doing decorations.
It never ends. It doesn't end.
Matthew Lusto, happy
T-minus 6 days. Like, time.
Happy anniversary shout out to my wife, Tony.
Oh.
Ask E-Rock if I should make her a Kentucky coffee or mimosa.
Mimosa, 100% mimosa. I don't know what a Kentucky coffee is, but I'm sure it has whiskey in it, so that's gross.
Probably coffee with whiskey.
I would go mimosa all over with a strawberry garnish on the top.
A strawberry garnish.
Yeah.
Ask E-Rock, Trivia Carter.
Good morning, Trivia.
Ask E-Rock, how much Drew Bucks are you going to send me? Trying to make it rain.
I don't know how much Drew Bucks.
Can we show them? Can we show them what you did? You want to go get one of them?
It.
No, not wrapped.
Wrapped.
What you have on the Hershey bars?
Oh.
You haven't seen that yet?
Well, it's a Drew Buck. I mean, I've seen that.
Huh?
It's the Drew. You showed them the $2 last week.
Well, but they haven't seen the finished product yet. So for those that are not aware,
I'm probably so sick of hearing about Drew's birthday party.
so for everyone that comes to Drew's birthday party, which is Drew's Lucky 7 Casino theme this year, you get one of these. It is a Hershey bar wrapped in a Drew wrapper. That's Drew Bucks, as you can see. Happy birthday, Drew. United States of America, Drew's Lucky 7. $7. Hashtag Team Drew.
I wonder if we could use
And then on the back, it has, thank you for coming to Drew's Lucky 7 Casino. Birthday facts, serving one birthday boy. Birthday candles, 7. Celebration, 100%. Best wishes, 100%. Cake and presents, 100%. Can you see all the back? See that?
So cute.
Wow.
Wow, this year is, I'm unreal with the cuteness.
Caleb Gandy, Matt, what day was the Jay Johnson interview on AFR? Did we have Jay on Tuesday? I think we might have Jay on Tuesday. Can't remember now if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. David Hawes, Ask E-Rock. Smash the hamburger.
I don't like that word for some reason. You keep saying smash a lot. I don't like it.
David Hawes said, smash the hamburger on the griddle or lay the pre-made patty on the griddle.
Well, I like a pre-made patty from Alexander's. So we would lay the Alexander's pre-made patty.
Okay.
We're not smashing anything.
Smash the like button.
I don't like the smash sign. I don't like that.
The smash sign.
Or the smash thing.
Jason Aguilar, Ask E-Rock. How many times does Matt say, my point is,
oh God,
and anyway, a day, over and under 100?
Anyway, I don't notice the anyway, but my point is a constant. Constant. You're always trying to prove your point about everything.
I think that's the first time someone has said that I say my point is a lot.
You do.
Which
What do
one
I
do
say
people
a lot?
say? I don't know.
I don't say a lot. I don't say anything a lot.
So whenever you talk, as much as I do, obviously, you're going to have
Catchphrases.
not even catchphrases,
Go-to
just
phrases.
yeah, you just have, you have phrases, and it's unintentional.
Babe, it's not a bad thing.
No, I know, but I don't. But I need to be aware of it if I'm doing something too much. But that's the first time anyone's ever said my point is. There's one that I get told that I say a lot.
Yeah, there's one you say a lot. What is it? You say something a lot on your show.
I digress.
Yes, and that
I
word
digress.
is so aggravating.
People
There's no
say
reason
I
to say
digress.
that. There's no reason to even say that. I digress all the time, and I never say that word.
But I also have to transition.
Yeah.
You need transition phrases.
That's not a transition phrase, yeah. That's just like an excuse for why you got off topic. So to me, it's just like you're like, yeah. I'd rather you say my point is than I digress, for sure.
Richie Bird, Ask E-Rock. Which Bernie does you like better? Bernie Lomax from Weekend at Bernie's, or Bernie Sanders?
Is the Bernie Lomax the guy who does like this?
Yeah,
like
she
him.
just did this. He's also dead, by the way.
That is the funniest movie.
He's also-
Why don't we watch that?
He's dead, by the way.
Can we watch that?
You realize it's a dead man?
He's not really dead.
Erica, he's dead. They're dragging him around.
But he's not really dead.
In the movie, he's a dead man.
But he's not real dead.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Well, I understand that. He's an actor.
Yeah, but
They didn't drag a literal
How
corpse.
did he die in that movie?
I don't remember. It's been a long time
I
since I've
want to
seen it.
watch that movie. That is so funny. I love that movie. Let's watch that.
When they put sunglasses on him, just drag him around everywhere.
Why is that so funny?
He like ties arm. He's like,
Why is that so funny?
I don't know.
How does he die? Somebody ask them. They know.
I
Ask
don't
them.
remember.
How does Bernie die on Weekend at Bernie's? And why did they have to cover up his death? Why couldn't he just be dead?
I don't remember the plot.
I know. I don't.
I really
either.
don't.
I just remember ragdolling him around.
Tim Gautreau, what did you think about the end of the Wonder Boy fight? Looked like some of the strikes to end it were illegal. When they were just kind of flurrying on each other, I didn't think much of that. I didn't notice. Sorry. I mean, it was just that was an impressive performance by Gilbert. Let's see. Ask E-Rock, Trivia Carter. Who should Matt have replaced Mike D?
Will Wade.
Will Wade.
He's my favorite.
Okay. Merrick Mathern, Ask E-Rock. What's on the menu for Drew's party?
Well, my dad cooks the best jambalaya.
The best.
The best. The only one I'll eat. So the jambalaya shop got nothing on my dad's jambalaya. Jambalaya shop's gross, by the way.
We will not be sponsored by the Jambalaya Shop ever.
No. It's not good though. So my dad does an amazing jambalaya. Like people come to the party for the jambalaya.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No.
It is. And then we'll have pluckers, of course. And then I do a variety of dips. Alexander's does a lot of my extra sweets. We have Grand Bakes cookies, which are amazing. Shout out to Bridget Johnson, Grand Bake.
Shout out to Grand Bakes. If you need personalized like sugar cookies, she does an awesome job. She does them for Drew's party
And
every
they're
year.
so cute and so good.
She does a great job.
And then
Grand Bakes. Look her up on Instagram.
And then
Like GRAN, like grandma. GRAN, Grand
Yeah.
Bakes.
And then our cake from Amazing Cakes in Prairieville, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, they do a good job
They do
too.
a great
Whoever
job.
that.
They're so good.
How'd you ever find them?
I don't know. Somebody told my mom.
It's
They were
like some
his
lady's
first
house.
birthday.
This
Yeah.
lady has a kitchen, like an industrial kitchen, in like if you go into the carport, like a drive with the carport, and then like where the shed would be,
Yeah.
they turn that into like an industrial kitchen, and they do awesome work.
And
Like
their
the
prices
cakes.
are phenomenal.
Yeah, the
'Cause
price.
if you go to a bakery in town and you get the cake I want, it's like $300+.
It's
and
crazy.
they charge me one. It's $100.
Yeah.
So anyway,
What's that place called again?
Amazing Cakes.
We're just shouting out all these
Yeah,
people this
Amazing Cakes
morning.
in Prairieville.
They really do a good job. Like all of Drew's cakes are really
so
impressive. Like the
all
art on them.
kind of sweets and dips and yummy foods. Some turkey pinwheels from Alexander's, Pluckers, and Joe Pie.
Patrick Kimmery, Ask E-Rock, how many lows could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob Lowe's?
That's kind of funny. 17.
Ask Murder Giraffe.
Murder Giraffe. What does he look like? Does he look like a mean person?
Well, I mean, the avatar,
We
it
need to see
looks like a picture of a
him, like real
giraffe.
picture. We want to see what he looks like.
Ask E-Rock, what's for breakfast?
Oh, ideal protein, waffles.
Trivia Carter, Ask E-Rock. If Matt makes enough money on YouTube,
Because he does, oh yeah.
will you get a second landline to start faxing?
I do not like a fax machine. Do not like a fax machine. That noise it makes is aggravating.
Who still uses a fax machine?
A lot of people, a lot of places. No. Our fax machine at St. Jude was broken for like a year, and we weren't going to get it fixed because like nobody faxes. However, when you're doing stuff with like evals and medical stuff, so many kids who are getting evals, like I'm like calling the doctor's office or calling the evaluator. I'm like, hey, I have the forms ready from the teachers. I'm gonna go ahead and scan it in and email it. So can you please give me the correct email address? And they're like, oh, we cannot accept. Like you have to scan this. You have to fax that stuff in. They will not take a scanned email because of HIPAA. Like it's insane. So anything in medical or like the psychological field, so we had to get our fax machine fixed at St. Jude because of that. Anyway, so yeah.
Ask E-Rock, is it supposed to rain in Baton Rouge today? I've been trying to finish a fence for a buddy up there for a month, but every free day I have, it rains.
It rains every day, but the good news is it rains and it stops. Like it'll rain and then it goes away. So yeah, come on, finish your fence.
Ask E-Rock, would you hold the snake from the mall for $10?
No, I don't. I know that thing is. I don't care how much money you offer me. I don't care how many dolphins I have to punch. I am not holding a snake for looking. I don't even look at it. Whenever they show the picture, I turn my head.
So, Erica, do you want to tell the story about the lizard in the house this week?
It wasn't that funny, but I mean.
But just for.
I am like, reptiles freak me out. I have panic attacks over them. And you know, this is real. I'm not exaggerating. This is a real fear I have. So, Mimi had kept Drew. I worked on Tuesday, it was Thursday. After I came home from work, talked to Mimi for a little bit. She leaves to go home. And I'm walking to go get a chair out of the dining room to sit and feed Drew, because we use our dining room chairs to feed him. And so I'm going to get a chair, and I take one step over the threshold from the kitchen to the dining room, and there's a monster green lizard.
A monster.
Standing, the tail was so long, it was wagging that tail. Oh my God. It was standing in between like the dining room table and this little bar thing. And I froze. And I'm like, oh no. I said lots of curse words. And so then I picked up the phone, the landline, because it was right there, right where I needed it to be. I didn't have to take my eye off that lizard.
Or you could just have your phone and your cell phone in your pocket.
It wasn't.
Like every other thing that
It wasn't. It was in my purse at this time. I just got home.
It's your fault.
So, and girls don't have pockets. Girls don't wear pockets. So pockets and leggings or yoga pants.
Where do you put your phone in your yoga pants?
I don't have a pocket in
Where
my
do-
waistband.
where do- in
but
your
then it falls
waistband.
down. It falls down out my leg.
Mm-hmm.
So I look, and there it is, the landline sitting right there by the threshold. I was like, you have saved the day. So I pick up that landline. It was. And I called Mimi, and I'm like, where are you? And she was like, I just passed my sister's house, which is right outside the neighborhood. And I said, Mom, I need you to turn the car around. There is a huge green lizard in our dining room, and you have to come get it. I need you to get. You have to do this. Like, you can't be scared. You've got to do it. And she was like, well, hold on. Okay, I got to turn around. I can't turn around Roll Perkins. So she turns around, and I'm like, she's like, all right. I'm like, no, do not get off the phone with me. You have to stay on the phone with me. So I keep my eye, and all of a sudden, a lizard starts running underneath the bar. I'm like, Mom, hurry. So she's like, I'm at the stop sign. I'm like, go through the stop sign. You don't need to use a stop sign right now. You come now. So she's like, what are you gonna get? Go get a pot. I'm like, I'm not going to get a pot to put over it because I cannot take my eye off this thing. So she comes in the door, and I'm like, okay, you keep your eye on it. Well, it starts running, and I start yelling, and I'm like, go get a broom. So she goes and gets a broom. It runs into the sitting room by Drew, on Drew's blanket. On his blanket, it gets wrapped up in there. And I said, Mom, you got this. No matter what you do, you cannot lose this lizard. So she got that broom, and she did her best, and she got that lizard, and then she got a nap of paper towels, and she picked it up and threw it over the fence. And then I didn't want to come in the dining room for the rest of the day. And now I keep looking everywhere for reptiles in our house.
So no, Erica's not going to hold the snake.
No. That lizard was awful.
Ask E-Rock, this is trivia. I'm currently in flight school.
Oh,
If I
really?
successfully get my pilot's license, would you want a free flight to anywhere?
Yes! Come fly to the Scone house.
You'd get on a plane?
No, I'm scared to death to fly too. But it sounds fun.
Ask E-Rock what happened to the landline.
Oh, it's still here. It saved my life the other day when the lizard invaded.
Dave, ask
I
E-Rock,
forgot to tell you
Frozen or Cinderella?
You know what? I've never seen Frozen.
Ask E-Rock, would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich. Okay, about being famous.
Same. Patrick Kimmery, ask E-Rock to not print any more Drew Bucks so as not to cause inflation.
I got Mimi cutting out some more Drew Bucks right now.
Ask E-Rock, Mighty Mouse or Superman?
Superman. Drew Superman.
Trivia, I can't wait to get my Hershey bar.
Are you want Hershey bar trivia? I mailed Dr. O 2 Hershey bars.
It's not gonna melt.
No, I mailed Dr. O 2 Hershey bars every year.
But it melts.
He doesn't say it melts.
Moscona and Moscato instead of whiskey and wine.
Who said that?
Gulf South.
Gulf South, you are the one.
So you're gonna be on my show. We're gonna do an LSU postgame show.
For like a minute. I'll just be a guest. I'll be
Right.
like a pop in.
You have to be on camera.
No.
E-Rock doesn't like the Hulk.
Why did they say that?
Ask E-Rock. Spurge. Ask
I'm
E-Rock.
going to bust out that shirt. So aggravating.
When will you monetize your party planning?
I won't. Because I do this because I love it for me and for Drew. It's my yearly dose of therapy. It's like a 2-month therapy for me every year for Drew's life and the miracle of him.
Ask E-Rock. Teletubbies or Care Bears?
Care Bears, 100%. They're so cute.
Ask Brett Dagro. Ask E-Rock. 10th anniversary this month.
Ooh.
Need a gift. She's mid-30s for age reference.
Need a gift what? For what? Age over age.
Yeah, so she's mid-30s. Needs a gift for his wife.
Okay, go to Kendra Scott, my favorite place. 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks. They have something called the Color Bar. Is that what it's called? Kendra Scott, go to the Color Bar. How long does it take to get that stuff made? You need to go soon, probably. So they have a color bar there where you can make your own jewelry at Kendra Scott. So I think 10th anniversary, what is the color gemstone of your wedding month, which is July, which is a ruby, because I'm July, I'm a ruby. I think you should get something made for her that is unique. No one else can have it or buy it, and it's a ruby to commemorate your 10th anniversary. I prefer earrings to a necklace because I wear earrings more. I think they're more versatile. So I would do earrings with ruby. That's a good idea. That's a super good. Tell them you do the color bar for me for my birthday.
Well, I'm very familiar with Kendra Scott stuff. Merrick Bethune, you say Catholic High a lot.
And but no, the color bar is not part of the Kendra Scott 50% off birthday month promotion. That hole under your shirt is so difficult. I want to get rid of that shirt.
God,
it's disgusting. Yeah, I've told you that 100 times.
I didn't know. I'm not getting rid of my shirt. Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock. Magic School Bus or Schoolhouse Rock?
Schoolhouse Rock. It's fun. We used to watch that in high school.
Oh, Bernie OD'd on cocaine.
In the movie?
That's how he died. OD'd on cocaine.
Is it drug movie?
C. Hayvan 30 said the show's a smashing success.
Are those two guys who carry around dead Bernie, were they doing drugs too?
I don't know. Probably.
We gotta see this movie again.
Dave said, ask E-Rock, my wife's 50th birthday is coming up. What's the perfect gift?
Well,
go to Kendra Scott. Go to this color bar.
Kendra Scott is always a win. So for 50, I mean, definitely go to Kendra Scott. Get her something made. I love jewelry. I love Kendra Scott jewelry because it's not crazy expensive. It's phenomenal. It's always just unique. I say go to Kendra Scott 100%.
Ask E-Rock, best festival food in Louisiana.
I do not enjoy festivals. I do not want to be around lots of sweaty people standing there trying to hold a drink, hold a plate, hold something. It's hot usually because it's hot here. I don't want to go to a festival. I definitely am not eating food at a festival.
Let me get some here on Facebook. Sorry. Oh God, there's a bunch. Sorry, I backlogged here. I know. I'm sorry. I was looking at YouTube because Facebook had stopped asking questions. Oh man, there's a bunch now.
Okay. The most questions I've had in a long time.
Ask E-Rock. Ambrosia or nothing bundt cakes?
Nothing bundt cakes. Love it. They're quite pricey though. I think they're a little overpriced.
The best part of the weekend at Bernie's when they had Bernie water skiing, kept hitting the buoys.
I want to watch this movie so bad again.
Ask E-Rock, will you have puppies and ponies that said birthday?
No, there's no puppies, there's no ponies, there's swimming, there's swimming.
Ask E-Rock, when did you say bring the puppy for Drew?
Bring that on Friday night, please.
Bag of donuts or Chewies?
In my 5 year days, we had bag of donuts all the time. But I don't know. I think they're kind of. I guess Chewies. I don't know.
Ask E-Rock, what's the name of the new species of poisonous snake found in Louisiana?
I don't know, but I'm scared to death of reptiles. I don't watch them. You told me to do something about snake eyes the other day for his party, and I'm like, nope, can't do it because I don't want to even look at the word snake.
Ask E-Rock, why does Matt neglect us on Facebook?
I don't know, because he's a big YouTube fan.
I'm just going back and forth, and it's like then there's a bunch over there, but there haven't been many on Facebook. So.
Okay, well, he's not neglecting.
We got 53 watching on YouTube. I got 37 on Facebook. Like, YouTube is overtaking Facebook for viewers. So if you're on Facebook, please, or if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe and smash the like button.
No, we're not smashing.
Smash the like button.
Not like that.
Yeah, smash that like. Bernie did not OD on coke.
Oh.
The murderer staged it to look like that
Somebody murdered him?
after he shoved the needle in his neck.
Who shoved a needle on whose neck?
I don't remember. It's been a long time
You've
since.
got to watch Weekend at Bernie's.
Trivia. Ask E-Rock. It's been a lot since I've asked. How many battles in the last 2 months?
A lot of battles. I have been cooking a ton, and I'm always in a hurry because I'm always trying to do lots of things, and I've been like slicing my body, like major slices. Like last week, I mean, I got like chunks missing. Well, first of all, I got glass in my finger in Tennessee. We won't discuss that because I don't want to go down that road again. Don't want to go there. So I had to dig glass out of my thumb after a week of like splinting it with a clothespin so it wouldn't bend. Then I had to do surgery on myself. Then I was grating cauliflower to make my cauliflower pizza, and I grated my knuckle, and that was one of the most painful things ever. Then last week during your birthday party, I was trying to cut something, limes I guess, and I sliced my middle finger.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, blood everywhere.
Oh jeez.
See, I've had a lot of.
You
cutting.
burn yourself with your stupid curling iron all the
I
time.
burn myself all the time. I got burn marks. Got a burn mark here, burn mark here. Yeah, I've had a lot of. I haven't fallen really. I think I've fallen. I've cut myself a lot, and it hurts. Like I'm chunking. Like when I have to cut, it's like chunks are coming out. It's disgusting.
Erica really needs her own show.
No, she doesn't. People like this once every 2 months. People like.
Ask E-Rock. So you mean to tell me you called Mimi to lay the smack down?
I sure did on that lizard.
So Mimi lays the smack down.
No, she did not lay the smack down. She saved the day.
Sounds like she lays the smack down.
Oh, Mom. I'm like, Mom, you did it. You did it. You got that lizard, Mom.
Matt Lusto asked E-Rock if she joined the fight against the fashion industry to put pockets in women's clothing to save money on handbags and clutches.
Well, the problem is pockets look funny on girl clothes, so that's why no. I like a hand. I mean, I got a hand. I mean, I've got to have everything with me, so I always have a purse with me.
John Malawson, good morning. She can't watch Frozen. She is scared of ice. Scared of ice.
Is there a snake in Frozen?
Ask E-Rock. So Mimi killed a lizard for
She
free.
Kill it. No, I didn't want her to kill it. I'm not murdering a lizard in my house with blood. You know how much guts there'd be? The guts would be everywhere. So she just got it, and then she threw it over the fence.
Ask E-Rock, are you from Louisiana?
Why?
That's true because that's back to the thing about the lizard.
Oh yeah.
Kendra Scott could sponsor Moscona and Moscato.
Oh yeah, they could. I love their stuff. And during the birthday month, if you have any human being with you that has a birthday in that month, it's 50% off.
Which tells you how overpriced and inflated jewelry
No, it
is.
tells you how awesome they are.
It actually tells you how inflated the price of jewelry
Leave
is.
them alone.
But it is. That's like if you can give someone a 50% discount and not lose money, then your markup on your product is insane. Ask E-Rock, see the future or telekinesis?
What's telekinesis?
That's when you can move things with your mind.
Oh, I don't care about that future.
You want to see the future?
I want to know what's happening with Drew. Yeah.
Where's the fun in living then if you know what's going to happen?
Well, it'll help my worries that I think is going to happen. My brain goes down that what's going to happen to Drew, and then I want to know what's going to happen to Drew. I don't want to move things with my head. Oh, let me move that button right there. Who cares about that? That's not
What
fun.
if you didn't want to get up? You could just do this and the remote would come to you.
That's not interesting. I want to know what's going to happen with Drew. Who's going to take care of Drew? My daily thought.
Ask E-Rock, when YouTube and Facebook are going to get their crap together and allow video playing in the background on iOS like Twitch?
I have no idea. What? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Matt, say the Hulk's catchphrase.
The Hulk has a catchphrase?
Like Hulk Hogan or I don't know what the Hulk.
The Hulk. No, the guy,
Incredible
the
Hulk?
guy that shreds his shirt.
What's his catchphrase?
I don't know. I don't like his
Kendra Scott and Hudco bring you Moscona and Moscona and
Moscato.
well, they're Moscona and Moscona. One more time. Ask her the time so I can find out how to build the clock.
Huh?
Ask her the time so I can find out how to build the clock. LOL. Mimi smashed that lizard's ass.
No.
Smash the lizard. Smash the lizard.
Why you gotta do your hands like that?
Smash the likes. That's what YouTubers say. They say smash the like button.
I don't like YouTubers. I don't like that saying.
Hulk smash. Hulk smash. Oh, is that really what it is? Is it Hulk smash? Maybe that's why they wanted me to say it. Because it's Hulk smash. Ask E-Rock. Mountains with bears or beach with jellyfish?
Beach jellyfish, 100,010%.
Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock. Pinky rings or
So absurd.
or gold teeth?
Pinky ring. I don't like a gold tooth.
Murder Giraffe 19.
Murder giraffe, what do you look like? Do you look like a mean, scary guy, or are you like a nice guy?
When is Matt gonna be a Twitch gamer?
He's not. We don't play games.
Ask E-Rock. Least favorite word. Moist
Ugh,
or smash?
I'm moist still wins. It's so gross.
Shelly Melosa. How was
Shelly?
how was
Had a
di-
great night.
how was dinner? He said how was dinner last
It
night?
was phenomenal.
Phenomenal as always.
Oh,
Man.
landline's ringing.
Oh, the landline is ringing. Landline is ringing.
Hi, lizard catcher.
All right. Yeah, you should have just let that ring. Because we got a show going on here. You don't get to stop the show. All right. Oh, while she comes back. Excuse me. Baton Rouge P Clinic. And Hudco Roofing. HudcoRoofing.com. Remember, if you're in Shreveport, Bossier, Alexandria North, Hudco. If you're anywhere on the I-10 corridor, people ask all the time, you come to New Orleans? Yep. Come to Lafayette? Yep. I'm in Lake Charles. Gotcha. Anywhere. HudcoRoofing.com. HudcoRoofing.com. All right. Ask E-Rock. Snake Eyes with Dice
Nope.
or Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe? What? Who is that? Who is?
Nobody. I hit like the ring, the button.
Ask Matt. Does E-Rock talk like this when you're laying in bed trying to go to sleep?
I know, because Matt goes to bed. Oh, talk like what? No, Matt goes to bed early.
Ask E-Rock. Did Mimi do the flying elbow off the chair or
No.
couch on the lizard?
No, I had her go get a broom.
And I don't go to bed early. You go to bed late.
It's easier just to stay up and give his medicine. I don't like going to bed, setting an alarm, waking up, doing his meds. That is so. I would rather just tough it out, do his meds, and then know when I lay down, I can go to sleep. And I thought you'd be thankful. I've been doing his meds like for the past 2 weeks every night. You haven't had to get up at all.
DeMichael Fountain.
But if I have to
Y'all
go back to work
cook.
full time,
You can't
you're
whoop
gonna be
us. What
doing
does that
some
mean?
meds for sure.
Drew has to get medicine at like 1:30 in the morning. So, because it's all timed out. So we have to we have to push medicine through his tube at like 1:30 in the morning. That's what we start. Ask you, Rock, trivia. Since you said, since you said it, can we talk about Mimi bringing pain to the lizard?
She did not bring pain to the lizard. She got that lizard with
Got
a
it.
broom and picked it up. I told her I didn't want any butts or gut on the floor from the lizard. And so
Bloods are good.
I said bloods are gut.
Bloods. I'm gonna show it to Jennifer. You sound like Goat Boy.
Blood or guts on my floor. So she didn't do that. And so she
Bloods
got
are good.
She got that lizard. And she threw it over the fence.
Murder Giraffe. Moister than an oyster.
Oh God.
I knew that would get her.
That is bad.
Oh man.
It's the oi sound that I don't like.
Catholic versus Lafayette Christian this fall. Fun to see the two big guys go against each other. Probably won't happen. Maybe so. That's true, John. That's very true. Murder Giraffe. I'm not a big scary guy.
Okay, well let's prove it.
CHAVAN30. I like my chocolate cake moist.
I don't.
Merrick Mathern, who's calling the landline during morning soon?
Mimi.
Trivia Carter asks you, Rock, which is more important, your pager or your landline?
My landline for sure.
Matt is taking landline calls during morning soon.
My landline saved the day the other day, I have to tell you.
Ask you, Rock, 2-part question.
Okay.
1, where's your BFF Lenny?
I was about to say,
And how often does he call the landline?
where is Lenny?
Lenny did jump on here on Facebook early in the show. Like, I mean, at the very beginning, he said, like, what's up? But I hadn't seen him in a minute.
I hadn't seen you, Lenny.
Where's
you been?
Lenny? Was that yesterday, maybe? No, Lenny made a comment about Connor breaking his foot. I don't see it.
Which I think is a total ripoff last night. I was ready for a big,
It
good
happens.
fight. I think that's absurd. Get up. He could have still fought. I thought I was like, get up. And then
Oh,
he's
man.
trying to say, oh, it wasn't a real result because medical doctors called. The medical doctor didn't call it. You couldn't stand up. I mean, I have a problem with. I don't think it was a medical stoppage or whatever he kept yelling. He was being a sore loser. He did not accept his defeat. He was acting like a little punk when he got beat. He got beat. Why was he sitting there crying? And he was like, he was being so off-putting.
I missed this one. Travis Roy, what's the thought process on filling the hour that Mike D held? Possible to get someone with inside knowledge to the Saints. Ask E-Rock, what would she do with the Mike D space on AFR?
Well, wait.
We'll wait.
But he'd have to commit to that. I don't know if he can. He's so busy.
So, Travis, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I thought about maybe asking RC to do it during
He's
football
so
season.
busy, man.
I don't know, but he comes on Thursdays anyway. He came up with like 3 to 3:30. But I know that's a possibility. He's just too busy. He wouldn't do it. But I'll ask. I mean, he's sort of established on the show, and I love him. And he can talk Saints or LSU or NFL, whatever. You know, he's fun, entertaining. I mean, I got to at least ask. But you know, if you can't do it, it's no hard feelings. But it'd be cool. Somebody here mentioned Sean Salisbury, which Sean would be awesome too. And,
Do that.
Sean played in the NFL. He worked at ESPN for a while. He's now on the station in Houston that Josh was on. He does the morning show there. But he's great on air and super knowledgeable, and I would love to do that. That's, I think, a possibility. I could ask
you
him.
don't understand, like, that's a big commitment.
It's a massive commitment. Like, you put it on your calendar, and every Thursday for an hour,
Like,
you're there.
Yeah, that's a commitment.
It is.
So it's great to say, but like, I mean, it's like, ooh.
That's what you get people paid, though. You get sponsored, you get people paid. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, you compensate them for their time, and then there's an expectation to be there. It's, yeah. Richie Burt, Matt, does it matter when you press the like button on YouTube? Yes. Oh, does it matter when you press the like button? Is it counted differently if you press during the live feed as opposed to after? No, it does not matter. As long as you smash that like button. Smash the like.
Not like the way you say that.
Put E-Rock's dad on AFR for a cooking segment for an hour. Bam, done. Papa Rock. Ask E-Rock, why would you have a pager in 2021?
I don't. Do doctors still use pagers?
I think so. Maybe
Why
not.
wouldn't they just text and say,
I don't know.
call me?
I don't know. I think so. What about Roe for that hour? Roe is kind of like, comes on Tuesdays at 5. Like, he's got a slot during football season. The right football hour. Ask E-Rock, if you had superpowers, would you be a hero, a villain, or do nothing, be honest?
Oh, I'd be a hero for sure. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be a villain for sure. And I would. I mean, I can't sit back and do nothing. That's not. I mean, if somebody is hurting, that's what I do for a living.
Move Taylor Colangelo to Thursday and do whiskey themed hour. That would be great, right? An hour of whiskey talk.
There's not. You can't talk about for an hour every week.
Yeah, I could.
No, it's
I
so
definitely
boring.
could. But that's, I wouldn't do it. I mean, obviously, people it
The,
wouldn't appeal to
the
the best.
mash bill with the oaky cinnamon flavor on the tongue, palate, blah blah.
E-Rock does the NFL. You want to come on for an hour?
No.
Talk about the NFL?
No thanks.
Why not?
No thanks.
What if I got you paid?
No thanks. It'd have to be a lot.
Ask E-Rock how long until Matt destroys his relationship with Jay Johnson.
That's it. Just don't mess up with Will Wade. We're good.
Best part of Will is he don't care. Like, Will don't care. Will knows if you gotta be.
He's a gangster.
He is
a true gangster.
But that's the overwhelming
He's a
majority of
white,
coaches.
Lanky gangster.
That's the overwhelming majority of coaches that are secure enough in what they do and understand, like, sometimes people are critical and have to be, and what it's just a job and it's no hard feelings, it's whatever. There's like one guy that takes it personal.
No, there's lots of guys.
There's one. Thursday whiskey with E-Rock.
No whiskey with me.
All right, I think we're done. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks.
You anything you want to promote, E-Rock?
I made 4 poof balls all of a sudden.
Let me see the poof ball. I'm going to show them the poof ball. Here's the poof ball.
Got 4 of those.
Where are these going?
Oh, wherever.
4 poof balls.
Not sure yet.
I mean,
No, there's no wow for that.
Wow.
That didn't do anything but fluff that thing.
wow. Here's the poof ball. All right, if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook rather, Brock and Hudco are tagged in the post. If you would like those pages, that would be a massive, massive help. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel and smash the like.
It's so aggravating. Why you started doing that?
Got to tell people to smash the like.
Ugh.
That happy birthday balloon is still rocking.
No, these balloons, Alexander's blew this up. I mean, look at this. It is like,
When did you blow them up?
Wednesday night.
Wow.
It is Sunday. Those things have not lost a smidgen of air.
Helium.
Helium, sorry.
One more.
Hey, buddy.
Trivia card.
Where you at,
Here's the
Matt?
walk-off. Ask E-Rock. Would you rather Matt take a punch to the face from Mike Tyson in his prime, or you hold a snake for $100 million?
Matt's getting punched. Tell you that much right now.
You'd rather me have my face smashed by Mike Tyson?
Matt, one punch. You can do it. You can do it, Matt.
All right, we're done. Go get punched by Mike Tyson. See y'all. Have a great day. Later.